for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. And that. Ready? Hi, I'm Patricia, and this is Respective Perspectives. And I'm here with
Daphne.
Okay, so you want to introduce yourself a bit?
My name is Daphne. I'm a German-Filipino, and yay.
Okay, and also, how did we meet?
Okay, I remember. This is my perspective.
Okay,
right?
I don't remember.
I remember it was like English class, right?
Okay.
I think it was a Tuesday.
You remember the day?
I remember the day. It was morning. It was a Tuesday, and I was like with Lena and everyone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just see you coming into the class. I'm like, who's that? And Mr. Filan, he's like, oh, hi, Patricia. I'm like, because I have never in my life heard a person named Patricia.
Really?
Like, yeah, never.
Besides the duck. Guys, that was her nickname. That was my nickname for her, Daphne Duck.
And mine was Patty.
So yeah. We didn't sit next to each other in the start, but then we did. And then I'd be like on top of you. Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. So, can you talk a bit more on your ethnicity and also where you used to live?
Okay, so as you guys know, I'm German-Filipino, and I was born here in the Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was born in Pasig, pretty sure. Yeah, and I lived here for like 5 years, 5.5 years, till my sister was born. And once she was like 3 months, we moved to America. No. I'm sorry to God, I hated that place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looked like a pig's den.
Where?
It was Washington, D.C.
Oh.
Yeah. And
That's where I want to go to college.
really? No, okay. I'm not saying Washington, D.C. is bad. It's just the people I met with.
Yeah.
It was like, you know,
Yeah.
like I actually cried. And we stayed there for like a year and a half. And then we went to Luxembourg. And I lived there for most of my life. Like 8.5 years.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. And then we came back here. Oopsies.
Okay, so I didn't know how similar we were. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Oh, chat. I was also born here. And when I was not 5, but when I was 2, I moved to the US. And now I'm back here.
Crazy.
And I don't know if I can ask this. If you don't have to answer, but like, are you moving next year?
No, my father, he did think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was like, no.
I'm also moving, though.
I heard.
Yeah.
Is it this year?
Next year.
Okay, thank God. I was so scared.
Okay.
I can swear, right? No.
Try not to. Okay. I mean, we can bleep it.
Okay, that's
So.
a toughie. That's a toughie,
Okay.
guys.
So, you lived in Luxembourg?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you are German-Filipino. So, what culture did you resonate with most in your life?
Okay, so it really depended where I was, because I'm also really confused on like how I'm gonna show my identity, because when I was in Luxembourg and America, people associated me with being a Filipino, because like I think that was like the thing that made me stand out.
Yeah.
And also they said they could see the Filipino in me.
Oh, really?
With the light coming in, you can see the whiteness already. And look at me real quick. Anyways, but now that I'm here, people are saying, "Oh no, you're like
German,
so white, you're so German," and it's just like,
yeah.
What? So, which I understand more the German part, but like,
yeah.
But
what do you feel? What do you feel most close to?
German side, because since I lived in Luxembourg most of my life, I feel more connected to it.
Yeah.
And like, there's still some stuff I'm like finding out about like Philippine culture and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
I feel the same way.
Right? And
Yeah.
it's just like, I've been whitewashed, literally.
I'm also learning still about like Philippine culture.
Yeah.
We just had a Philippine festival.
Yeah.
So.
Her shirt.
Okay. So you did talk about like other people seeing you. So I was wondering, like, has someone ever asked you a question that made you reflect on who you are?
Not really. I have gotten like really, not like questions, but like comments
Comments
or
like
even
what?
like gestures. This one, okay. I don't even know where this came from. I don't look Asian. Again, look at me for a good second. I don't look Asian. My eyes. No, you don't put that in. Anyways, look at me. No. Anyways, this kid in the bus. I'm like,
wait, where? Here?
Luxembourg.
Okay.
I'm in the bus. I'm minding my own business, right? He looks at me. He looks at his friends. He looks at me again. He does the thing. He does the thing. I'm like,
Okay. Same thing happened to me. I was 3rd grade. Wait, what grade were you?
it was like 5 years ago.
Oh, no, I was 3rd grade, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're Asian, right? Don't you look like?"
Girl.
And so, it's okay. Someone came into the room.
Oopsies.
What were we talking about? It's just like, yeah. I don't know.
It was like, okay, I looked more. Here's the thing. I looked more Asian as a child,
Yeah.
and like, as I like got older,
Yeah.
I just got whitewashed. Legit, I was dumped in white paint and came out.
Okay. Do you think that's your fault or like people around you's fault?
I think it's people around me because in my old school, there were not many other Asians or nothing out of Europe. There were like a few Americans, mostly Europeans, mostly French people. When I tell you, ASMR, when I tell you, French people have ruined my freaking life.
Are they that bad?
Oh my goodness.
Are they okay? Okay.
Story time.
Story time.
Can I do that?
Yes,
Okay.
you can.
So, this is also a bit racist.
Oh,
So,
okay.
since like I was one of the only Asian kids, right? I would get bullied a lot.
Yeah.
But I was like friends with the more popular kids, so I was like kind of protected.
Yeah.
But there's this one class where I was alone. It was just French kids. And I was also trans at that time, so there was a bit of transphobia there.
Yeah.
And every time I would sit there, they would be like yelling like chink or something.
Oh.
And it would be in the French accent, so they chinke, it's chinke, look, it's chinke.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay. So I guess when did you notice that your like culture impacted you? Like impacted the way people saw you?
it was like I think 5th grade when I first was it 5th grade? I don't even remember. 5th grade when I first got that like.
Yeah.
Because that's when I was like, but I'm not Chinese.
Yeah.
And then that's when people also started saying like, wait, you're Asian, right? Do you like do this? Do you do that? No. Again, like that's like I'm already whitewashed.
Yeah.
So
How do you like people seeing you? Like when like what do you want people to see of you?
I want them to see me as like not fully like European but not fully Asian. I just want to be like in the middle, like, you know. But like I do feel I will like not tolerate but like understand more if you just call me German or something. Like, oh, it's the white girl.
Yeah.
It's totally understandable. I mean, look at me again. I don't know. If you call me like Asian girly,
Yeah.
I'll be like, where?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't. So they know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna redirect it a bit. Where do you call home?
What do I call home? Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
Even though I hate it there, I never want to go back. But I still like that home that I lived in for like I lived in that house for like 5 years. And that home was like, that was home for me. And that will, like my house right now. know someone my house right now. I like go home and be like, oh, I'm home, but like
it doesn't feel like
it doesn't
home.
feel home.
So you don't think that like Philippines feels like home to you?
No.
No?
It's like a vacation at this point. Like, because when I think of home, I think of like somewhere I'll like rest for the rest of my life, right? Where I'm like, where I've been, I raised up with these kids, where I raised up in like the city, not the city, but like the barn. It's like the farm. The place I'm right now, like living, it's like, it feels like I'm just there for fun.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel like serious, I guess. Yeah. Okay, anyways. It's fine. Chat those people off the screen here. Okay, so I don't, you said that you don't really feel like home, but have you ever, like, I'll say my personal thing. I would, like, back in the US, I would call the Philippines like the motherland.
That's why I did the same.
Same? Yeah. And I guess for me, it was like, because I didn't feel in touch enough with my Philippine identity.
Yeah.
What about you?
I also did the same. Like, I remember once, like, we were reading this text in econ.
Yeah.
And there was the word Philippines. I literally, like, I pointed out, like, that's my motherland.
That's so real.
Oh my goodness. And now that I'm like actually here, I'm just like,
yeah,
I kind of stand out.
yeah. I know, because I want to see your perspective on this, but like for me, when I found out I was moving here, I was like, oh, I'm gonna feel more Filipino, like I'm gonna feel more like in touch with my culture. But when I came here, I felt less. And what about you?
I remember the first time my father announced that we were going to the Philippines. Do you want me to tell you that?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, go ahead.
Is that something we want though?
Is it
like
what?
Do you want to hear it, or should I not say it?
Say what you want.
Okay. Basically, I was on the train going to Paris.
Yes.
And my dad, he like turned to me. He's like, Daphne, how would you like to like move back to the Philippines? How do you feel? And I was like, the first thing that came to mind was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be like with people that kind of connect to me, because I thought I would be reconnecting again.
Yeah,
to my
I felt the same way.
Culture. The moment I stepped into this motherland, oh my God! Number one, I was sweaty. Number two, when I came to my house and everyone was speaking a language I didn't understand, I was like, and also like, and also we were meeting some people from like my other, like my family side, right? My mother's side, sorry, and they were doing stuff that I didn't understand, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? So I felt really like disconnected.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, there's some things where I feel like, oh, I feel like so close to the Philippine culture now, but there's other things where it just like sets me apart, you know? Yeah. Anyways, so I told you a little bit about this before we started recording. Sorry. Yeah. I told you a little bit about this beforehand. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, anyways. What was I gonna say?
That's a good question.
Shoot. No.
Something about like...
So, okay, I told you a little bit about this beforehand. And so I'm guessing you had some thoughts about what you wanted to say. Was there anything that you wanted to say?
I forgot what you told me, though.
I told you about, like, the series, like, identity and stuff. Is there a story that you want to say about, like, you, like, finding yourself?
I haven't really found myself yet.
Like, culturally?
Culturally, not yet. Because, like, I don't think I have, like, enough experience with my Filipino side to, like, actually make that decision yet. Because, like I said, I've, like, lived in Europe most of my life. Yeah. And I've only I just started my new life here in the Philippines. So it's, like, really tough for me to, like, decide what is gonna like what I want to be known as. But,
Yeah.
like, right now, I'm still figuring that out.
That's fine. We're all figuring out. You're not
Yeah.
the only one on this podcast who said that, by the way.
Facts.
So, and to anyone else who, I guess that's my last thing. So, to anyone else who is struggling with this, what do you have to say to them?
Don't rush with your nationality. Don't rush into like who you not want to be, but like think you are.
Mm-hmm.
Let that take time. Let that like, because you never know. You never know.
You
You
never
never know.
Okay. And do you remember what we do at the end of each episode?
You point at the camera.
And say, okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. You're enough.
You're enough. Again.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. You're enough. Okay. Thank you so much, Daphne.
No problem.
Are you riding the bus? No.
No.
Okay. It's not even 3 yet. So thank
Wait,
you. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Okay.
You're enough. You're enough.
3,
2, 1.
Yeah.